driving out to our estate property is it's a journey. I mean, here you are a few hours north of San Francisco, the Pacific Ocean just several miles to your west, and it truly feels coastal out there. It's steep, it's cold, it's foggy. Everything out there is just extreme. I mean, it's basically sheer, straight down, straight off on any given side as you're driving up, meandering, skirting along the mountainside. And sometimes it's hard just to stay on the road as you're looking around. I mean, it all feels so untouched out there. And then boom, all of a sudden, there's our vineyard. This site is just so unique. Amongst the several sites that we make wine from, this one really kind of stands out amongst the rest. What we have here is a series of northwest trending ridge tops, ridge lines, and we are atop one of those said ridge lines. We are up here currently standing at about 1,150 feet elevation, so pretty high up there. We're also very, very near the Pacific Ocean. That would be over to my left, to the west, of course, right about 3.5 miles. So really high up, really close vicinity to the ocean. The other thing that's always really captured me about this site is the soil profile itself. It is unlike anything I've ever experienced in any other site that I have ever been a part of or been on before. What we have here are soils that were created probably about 65 million years ago, somewhere around the Great Extinction. And by virtue of what these soils are, is they are ancient marine terraces, so ancient sea floor that has been thrust upward via the interaction of the North American and Pacific plate. Behind me here is one of 2 blocks of Chardonnay that we have planted out here at the estate. Both blocks, 3 here behind me and 6 to our east, are planted to the Old Winty selection of Chardonnay. As with many in our area, Old Winty is just a selection in Chardonnay that I absolutely love. This block in particular, almost every year will be primarily responsible for the single vineyard bottling that we produce of Chardonnay from this site. Clusters are very, very small. Berries tend to be very small. We see the hens and chicks, all of those classic Old Winty characters that we love. And these are wines that are predicated on natural acid and minerality.
We're on the east side of the Red Car Estate Vineyard, and this side is home to most of our Syrah. As someone who loves working with Syrah and loves drinking Syrah, I found that this is kind of the ideal growing condition for us. Long, extended growing period leads to some intense complexity, depth, and a huge amount of pepper that I love to find in our Syrah.
These are not Pinot Noirs about power and masculinity. Conversely, these are Pinot Noirs that are about finesse, grace, and precision. The one thing that I love from this site, in this very block 14, planted to a Calera selection, is the energy. We get this incredible energy and almost this electric bright red fruit and this tension that is so individual and specific to this site. And it's, when you start to taste wines amongst our lineup, the Red Car Estate Pinot Noir will always stick out because of those said characteristics and those reasons, that tension, that energy, and that sort of electricity that is alive within the wine. As a brand, we here at Red Car truly believe that our wines are made in the vineyard, and as a winemaker, to have the vineyard be the most important element of every wine that we make is truly a blessing.